The search for information is often not a straightforward process, and it can be tricky to know if we're headed in the right direction. Think of your search as a big blank map. Your search process is a voyage that takes you through the stages of inquiry, discovery, and serendipity, helping you fill in the points on your map and chart the best course to your destination. So what do each of those stages of exploration entail exactly? Let's take a closer look. Inquiry is an iterative and cyclical process of asking questions, exploring information, and refining our questions through analysis and synthesis. In this stage, we do things like develop research questions, but we also leave room to make changes to those questions as we learn. Discovery is the act of intentionally locating and accessing information. You might find this information in a number of places, including a library catalog or an academic database. This stage is also where you would analyze, interpret, and ethically and effectively use that information. The next stage, serendipity, is an active and ongoing process of flexibility, curiosity, and openness to new and unexpected discoveries. This process is both distinct from as well as part of the inquiry and discovery processes. All three stages are cyclical and may be ongoing throughout your search process. The journey to your destination may be winding and may even require you to try a couple of different routes. But if we remain open and flexible, the process will be much more manageable and enjoyable. So now that we understand the nature of searching as exploration, there are some things we can do to prepare for our journey. Define our scope of information needs, identify who produces the information about our topic, and determine and use the appropriate tools for our search. These processes may overlap and may require some searching of their own. The most important thing to remember is to stay flexible throughout and change strategies as needed. Now let's take a closer look at each of these processes. Defining scope is an important start to the search process. Scope gives us an idea of what information may be available for our topic. It's what keeps us from wandering aimlessly in search of information. Scope can be defined based on what type of information is needed, what format the information is available in, and what tools are needed to find the information. Once you have an idea of the scope of information you need, the next step is to identify who is producing that information. You can think about which specific people or organizations publish research or information in your topic's field, what their motives for producing that information are, and how current and accurate that information is. Finally, you'll need the right tools to find the information you need. There are two main types of information finding tools which you may already be familiar with: online search engines like Google or Bing, and databases. Now let's take a look at what we've covered in this video. We learned about navigating the search process using the stages of inquiry, discovery, and serendipity. We also learned about defining scope and identifying information producers. Finally, we got a sneak peek into the importance of using the right tools to find information. In the next video, we'll learn about how databases work and how to choose the right search tools. Want some help? Schedule a research appointment with one of our librarians today.